Welcome back to Move with Ben. Today's video is going to be a 10-minute mobility flow follow along. Okay, so if you've been doing loads of HIIT training, loads of body weight, plyometric movements, running, cycling, and you haven't been getting your recovery in, the recovery stuff is equally as important to keep your body strong, mobile and supple. Okay, so this video is going to be exactly that. So we're going to be basically doing a floor-based flow with some nice rotations and some mobility drills as well. Okay, so join me on the floor, and we're going to start just in this position. Okay, and just start with some shrugs, okay, and just some wrist rolls. Okay, nice and easy. Okay, if you're comfortable in this position, if not, you can sit up tall like this. Okay, so you're just rolling your wrist one way, and then we're going to change direction with those wrist rolls. Okay, so we're going to be working onto all fours to start with. Okay, before we do that, just want you to open out your chest and shoulders, just add a little bit of movement, look left and right, just start to get the body moving. Okay, so hands will be stacked underneath your chest and your hips and knees also stacked aligned. Okay, so this position now is a neutral spine. Okay, so hips to my head are neutral. You're going to take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, slowly, very, very slowly, draw your chin in towards your chest. Okay, so this one is cat to cow. You might have done it before. And just hang out here. Deep breath in. Exhale very, very slowly. Pushing the hips, gently release, and then retract so you're back into neutral position. Deep breath in. And then looking up towards the ceiling. Nice, okay, and then we're going to do that one more time. Okay, so just coming into neutral, deep breath in, very slowly release, neutral, retract your shoulders, then look up towards the sky, and then we're going to add in some rotations. Okay, so we're going to place one hand forward, thread the opposite hand through, and then you're going to come up, rotate, one. Each time try and rotate maybe a little bit further, and try and spread your hand a little bit further away from you as well. Okay, so you're pressing right the way through actively. One more time. Okay, so press through, up, lengthen. We're going to repeat on the other side. Okay, so left hand comes forward, arm comes through, push away, elbow comes up towards your ribs, lengthen 3 times. So through, up, and repeat one more time, through. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to work from there. Place your fingertips so they're facing away from your body and gently rock it left to right. Okay, apply as much or as little pressure as whatever feels right for your body. Okay, you might find this quite uncomfortable, so just ease off of the pressure and also the range of motion as well. And then start to work into a circular range of motion here, one way and then the other way. So when you see people that say they can't, they do push-ups and stuff like that, sometimes it's painful. Maybe it's because they're out of condition of doing the movements, and then suddenly when you start to go around, so just start to release there and go into that position, it feels uncomfortable, maybe it's painful, but if you practice the movements daily and practice wrist mobility, that will really help. Okay, so you're going to have your fingertips facing you, palms facing upwards. Okay, so I'm pressing down very, very gently, shifting the weight of my body left and right. Going to hang out here for 3, 2, 1, and then release. Okay, so we're going to work into a side bend from there. So we're going to go kneeling. First of all, just driving up. Okay, so kneeling, so drive, and then we're going to take overhead position, okay? So your core, your frame here is activated, arms overhead, up, side bend, back. So deep breath in, up, breathe, come back, okay, and again. So deep breath in, up, one more time on the other side, okay? Deep breath in, up, and then release there. Okay, great. So we're going into a toe squat position here. So the toe is just resting underneath. From there, and then place your left hand towards the floor. You're going to send your right ear towards your right shoulder, gently pull down, okay? So holding that position. Release, and then just hold your head up tall. Imagine you've got a bit of string put in your head. You're going to repeat on the other side, so hand towards the floor, and gently pull it in. Perfect, okay, so from there, we're gonna work into a flow. So you're gonna push up into downward facing dog in yoga. If you've done yoga before, spread your fingers wide, knees soft, hips back. Pike up. And we're gonna come to higher plank, and you're gonna take your foot wide here. And then you're just gonna find a circular range of motion, okay? So the foot, you might find the foot's not quite where I've got it, or you may find that you've got that range. So it's a small circular range of motion. Then you can drop the back. You drop the back knee to the floor, and then up tall. You're going to take your hand over the top of the hip, and then just rotate round. And then I really want you to drive this front knee a little bit further forwards, and you're going to feel a stretch hopefully into the right hip, and it's a nice rotation through the spine as well here. Nice. Slowly release, come out, and then you're going to send the same leg through to a pigeon stretch. Okay, so deep breath in here, and exhale. One more breath. You're gonna come back to downward facing dog again, knees soft, push back, and we're gonna press the opposite foot comes through into this position. And again, once again, so this leg is active right now, the glutes firing. You're just going to play around with small range of motion. Hopefully you can find your hip. Stretching there, drop the knee to the floor. And then I'm going to rotate around the other side. So really press this hand on the opposite hip right now, okay? Release, you're going to come to higher plank and then drive that leg through into this position. And we're going to work our way to the floor, okay? Deep breath here. So the next one is going to be Sphinx. It's going to be a seal-like position. Okay, so you're going to place the back foot to the floor, and then drop your chest and shoulders down, press your hands forward, and then just, so it's a slight back extension here. Deep breath in. If you're comfortable, you can place your hands on the floor here, and then you can also look up towards the sky. Slowly release down to the floor. Send your left arm wide. And then you're going to rotate your right. You're going to drive your leg up and over. And then back. So up, over. And then same on the opposite side. Okay, so other hand wide, up and over. Two, perfect. And then from there it's going to be into a release, so coming up onto all fours, knees wide, and then just fold forwards in towards the floor. Take a couple of breaths here. Working to that position once again. Okay, so the next one we're going to do some rotations through the hip. Okay, so you're going to drive your knee forwards. First of all, really engage. So you've got like before, you've got a really tight, strong core here. Okay, so chest stuck over your hands. Drive your knee forwards, wide, open. So 3, wide. In, wide, round. Same on the other side. Okay, so lift the leg up, drive the knee up towards your elbow, and then come right the way round. So in, wide. One more time here. Nice. Okay, so you're gonna rest on the top of the foot there. Okay, so this is if you're comfortable. You can place your hands behind and drive, so you're pivoting on the top of your foot only, so you're not resting on your shins. Use your hands to support your body. And just keep the core muscles tight. So you should hopefully feel a bit of a stretch in the top of the foot and into the shin area as well. If you're comfortable, you can drop to the floor, gently look behind you. And then slowly bring the hands back together. And we're going to go into little fold forwards to finish. Okay, so feet wide, deep breath in, fold, and then just take the back of your legs here. So just have a few breaths, okay? One more breath. To finish, right foot comes over the left knee, and then left elbow goes in towards the right knee. Twist over the shoulder. Nice, guys, and then repeat on the other side. Okay. Sitting up tall. And then we're just going to reintegrate a little bit of movement back into the body to finish. Okay, so bring your knees in, hug. Imagine you're pressing the upper body, like the shoulders, the neck area. Imagine you're stretching into that area. So you're driving your shins right into your hands, so you're really getting a stretch through here. A few more times. And then rest, shake it out. Cool, brilliant work there, guys. Well done. So that was a 14-minute recovery session. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to commit to this stuff every single week if you can. A couple of these little sessions to get your breathing right, you know, to get your, just bring your heart rate down as well, will really help with your training. So thanks again for joining me. Have a good evening, day or afternoon.